Hey guys, NCG here, bringing to you lot a deck profile which I have been playtesting and working on a lot, and a lot of time. Basically, just a lot of time working on this deck, trying to find out the right build that I think suits the deck and my playstyle, how I think this will do well against the other meta, which is all over the place. And just overall how I think it can perform, trying to make it as most well performed as it can be, while also having it gimmicks which I personally not only think work well with this deck, that this deck can abuse and make consistently, and just overall fun for both local play and full-on competitive play. I got third place at locals with this deck, and I probably could have even gotten more if some luck went my way. And if my side deck was also prepared. I think I had like a 12 card side deck at the time, which was also very hard when I was up against a pendulum magician. So overall, that deck is Gouki. Gouki I really enjoy. The fact that they all search themselves. They can spam link fours so consistently. The fact that they can make Bomber Dragon and Borolo just like in 2 cards, while also abusing their effects, especially Topologic. And so I've just been playtesting this a lot. It's a really fun deck. It's something that I really enjoy, and one that I will be constantly working on as the support comes to us. So I'll be explaining my tech choices, reasons why I play these cards, and it will be a long profile, but I'll hopefully shorten it as much as I can for you guys. So this is a very pure deck, very pure Gouki deck, very pure going second Gouki deck. So we have 3 of every Gouki at the moment at this current point in time recording, which is 3 Y Scorpios, 3 Suprex, 3 Twist Cobras, 3 Headbutt Bats. You got to play all of them. They all search each other. They all search each other and not themselves when they're sent to the graveyard from the field. Y Scorpio can normal summon itself if you either control only Goukis or nothing. Suprex on normal summon can special summon Gouki from your hand. Twist Cobra during either player's turn contribute a Gouki to target a Gouki you control, and increase the attack by that attributed monster's attack. And Headbutt Bat can discard another Gouki from your hand to special summon itself and buff up a Gouki by 800. So next I have a Kaiju Engine because it is going second. So I play 1 Dogoron, 1 Gamma Seal, and 1 Kumungus. There are reasons why I picked these cards. Dogoron because it's a strong 3000 that you can just summon to your field. This though can be Jizakiri or anything like that. I don't go with Jizakiri because you never know if you're up against like a deck that uses Cyber Dragons. They can just like contact Fuse with your Jizakiri. You don't want that to happen, so I picked Dogoron just because it can help out in those situations. Gamma Seal because it's the weakest, and Kumungus because it's the second weakest, but it's also an Earth, so you can summon it to your field and either make Mrs. Radiant with it or have Mrs. Radiant buff it up. So that's the reason why I gone with Kumungus. And then to round up, I play 2 hand traps, which I do play 2 Effect Raiders to keep it, not only keep it budget, but Effect Raiders is a really strong hand trap at the moment, it's current point in time, with the Pendulum Magician deck going around, being able to just negate the Link monster and just stop it from making them plus. Effect Raider is really strong, but this can be any hand trap that you want. It could be Ghost Ash, Ghost Ogre, Reaper, literally anything that you want. I wouldn't go with Reaper because literally everything in this extra deck you need, so I wouldn't go with Reaper, but the other 2 you can go with. So that's the monsters. Next we have a lot of spells, which is 3 Rematch, 1 Reinforcements of the Army, 2 Pot of Desires, 1 Reasoning, 1 Upstart, 1 Slumber, 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Chain Summonings, 1 Double Summon, 3 Mind Controls, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Overdone Burial, 1 Moon Mirror Shield, 1 Twin Swords of Flashing Light Trice, 1 Power of the Guardians, and I might as well just say it because there's only 1 trap in here, which is 1 Parallel Port Armor. Rematch, you got to play it. You got to play Rematch. It's a double Monster Reborn. Summons just 2 Goukis of different levels from your graveyard in defense mode. 1 reinforcements of the army, because you have to get into Super X as soon as possible, because he is your main combo star. He's your main playmaker, being able to just summon that second monster. 2 Polar Desires, because you just want to, you play 3 of everything that's important in terms of your monsters, and like your Rematch. So, and then banishing these cards up around here is not detrimental to you, so you don't mind banishing any of these cards. So Desires, you literally getting that +1 to get into Super X as soon as possible is just good. 1 Reasoning, your levels are literally all over the place. You have a level 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 1. Literally every time I play Reasoning, I always resolve it, because my opponent never gets it right. So you'll always resolve Reasoning in this deck, at least 90% of the time. So Reasoning is just so good. It just literally gets you. If you don't have Super X, Reasoning is kind of like your second, your 4th Super X, in the fact that it just gives you another Gouki on, or at least most likely another Gouki on the board for you to then just summon another one and go off your Link plays. Upstart Goblin, 39 card deck is good. This is the going second deck with a Kaiju engine, so you played the Slumber, the Raigeki, and the Dark Hole. Chain Summoning, now this is probably a weird one that probably a lot of you are scratching your heads on. This is one that I was chatting to a friend of mine, and we came up with some busted 3-card combo involving Chain Summoning, which results in 2 Link 4s, and if you had another Gouki in your hand, making it a 4-card combo, but that Gouki, that 4th card, is not important. Result you in another card as another Gouki as well. So, but at the very least, you will be getting 2 Link 4s out of a Chain Summoning, a Super X, and another Gouki, which is absolutely busted. That's why I'm playing it. I'm playing it too, and I'm playing 1 double summon. Little story about double summon. I was actually proxying it as a 3rd Chain Summoning at the time, but then when I entered the locals, I couldn't get the 3rd Chain Summoning in time, so I just stuck with the double summon, and it worked tremendously. It worked so well to the point where I just kept it. So I kept the 1 double summon, 2 Chain Summoning, and this ratio has been doing very well for me. 3 Mind Control is a going second card deck, and this is kind of like another board wipe, or is like another Kaiju. So you kind of got like 3 more Kaijus. It's the perfect card to bait out any negations with. So Mind Control is just really good, and if you can still Link Monster as well, it's just even better for you, because then it can help you go into all of your Link plays. So Mind Control is just a really strong card. At the very least, it's the card you're going to be siding out, going second, because most likely it's a very going first format, and since you're built to go second, your opponent will probably most likely go first in game 1, which then you hopefully beat them going game 1, and then they'll force you to go first, so you can just side out the Mind Controls for like traps, more hand traps, just traps, and just like completely wipe out your opponent from there. So Mind Control is really good. Monster Reborn is Monster Reborn, and I got with these 4 equip cards. The reason I've gone for this is because the gimmick that I want this deck to do is to abuse Borlo Dragon and Topologic Bomber Dragon, in the sense that Borlo Dragon's stealing effect isn't once per turn, so if you can give him multiple attacks that turn, you can steal multiple things. And Topologic Bomber Dragon's burn effect when he attacks isn't also once per turn, so if you can give him multiple attacks to ram over multiple things, you're dealing tons of damage. So that's why I've gone for these. Overdone Barrel is actually just a really good card in Goukis in general, because your Gouki's levels are again all over the place, and they're all 1 level higher than each other. You can discard any Gouki and just revive any Gouki from it, so Overdone Barrel is really good in that sense. And since we're also playing Kaijus, we can discard a Kaiju to revive any Gouki. So Overdone Barrel is really good. Moon Mirror Shield is just probably one of the best equipped cards in the game, because it literally allows these 2 to just run over anything. It allows your Kaijus to run over anything. One cool thing about Moon Mirror Shield in terms of like the Kaijus, I had a Great Ogre in play, so Great Ogre, and I gave my opponent Gamma Steel, and I had a Kumongus. So Great Ogre reduces these 2 by their defense points, making them both 0. I then equipped Kumongus because I controlled Kumungus. I equipped him with Moon Mirror Shield and attacked the Gamma Seal. Now originally I thought I was only doing 100 points of damage, but then my opponent realized and noticed that Moon Mirror Shield takes the highest stat of the opposing monster and then makes you 100 points higher than that. And so Gamma Seal had 3,000 defense points, or has 3,000 defense points. So my Kumungus went from nothing to 3,100 and just dealt massive damage to my opponent, which was such a good combo play. But overall, Moon Mirror Shield is just really good. Equipping it to Borlo Dragon and Topologic Bomber is also just really busted, giving them more protection. Twin Swords of Flashing Light twice. This is the best the best way that I found in terms of equip spell to give these guys multiple attacks in the easiest way. Just being able to just send a card from your hand. They do lose 500, but for Borlo that means nothing because he just reducing monsters by 500 points anyway, and his stealing effect happens before the damage, so he won't be destroyed anyway, so he can just steal two things and not have to care. Topologic Bomber, the 500 reduction can be very rarely an issue, because he'll still be at 2500, so he'll be strong anyway. But it's just again the fun tech that I just wanted to add in to give these guys multiple attacks, while also being important for the Isolde play. And Power Guardians is something I realized I discovered a while ago, not too long ago, and it's actually pretty cool in this deck because you can equip it to a monster, and if it battles it, they gain 500 and it gets a counter, and if they would be destroyed by battle effect, you can just remove the counters instead. So equipping it to a Borlo and Topologic Bomber Dragon just again gives them the protection that they need to just remain being a threat. Topologic is perfect against heavy link decks, so giving him protection from battle and card effects is just like a bonus and the plus that you need. And Borlo Dragon is very few outs already, since he can't be targeted by monster effects that your opponent can have to out him, but now he can't be destroyed by card effects in general, and now they can't destroy him in battle. So literally the only way you're going to get over him is by either a Kaiju or their own Borlo. So like Power Guardians is actually really nice in this deck. Parallel Port Armor also again giving these any of your links. By the way, I am focusing on these two when describing these cards, but these cards just work well with all of them. Great Ogre is also really good for protection, double attacking. Deco Talker as well. Free Burst, Shot Dragon against certain matchups. Like these cards, these equips just overall work well with all of your links. Parallel Port Armor is also kind of like a trap equip. You equip it to a monster, it can't be targeted by monster effects, and it can't be destroyed by battle. Again, these guys and everything else. But it also has a grave effect where you can banish it and two other links to target a link on your field, and then it can attack twice that turn. So again with the double attacking, but you're such a link spam heavy deck, literally your Gouki combos most of the times end with two links in the graveyard because you used two to link up anyway, so you have the requirements for the grave effect with Parallel Port Armor already. So I did it once, and I did it on my Great Ogre, giving him 2 attacks, and he was at 31 because I had a Mrs. Radiant in play, and it was just like game from there. It was just so good. So that's the main deck, guys. Long explanations, but I had to do it. There's a lot of fun text in here and like spicy text in here that I've added in, but they all work very well. Extra deck: 2 Borlo Dragons, 2 Topologic Bomber Dragons. These are your boss monsters. These are the ones I made the deck for, and these are the ones you're going to be going into the most in terms of your finished plays. 1 Great Ogre, because it is a Gouki deck. I wanted to keep Great Ogre as kind of like your 3rd boss monster in a way. The 1 Thunder Ogre, I rarely ever go into him, but it's just one of those things where I'd rather have him in the extra deck and not go into him than to not have him in the extra deck and need him. He does give you the additional normal summon, so for Suprex, which by the way, with chain summoning, chain summoning is to abuse Suprex because his special summon ability on normal summon isn't once per turn. So if you gain additional normal summons that turn, you have multiple Suprex in your hand, you're getting additional special summons off your Suprexes, which is absolutely busted. So that's why Thunder Ogre's in there. Deco Talker, it's really actually good against, well, good with Goukis, because you can make the decode and play rematch, giving your decode 2 Goukis to point to, making him 3300, and giving himself 2 negations on targeting effects to then get pluses of the Goukis that you tribute. Triple Burst Shot Dragon is the one that I go into a lot as like my go second link monster if I can only make a link 3, because he is just naturally a strong monster, being able to negate things during the battle phase as a quick effect and deal piercing damage, so that's really good. Gaia Saber is an earth that I just wanted to chuck in here. It's just an additional link 3, but this can be anything you want. The Isolde is your first go-to monster, your first go-to link monster you'll be making, being able to search Goukis, search warriors on link summon, but you already do that because you want to use all the effects, but being able to send a Crypts from your deck to summon a warrior of the same level, you'll be sending 2 of these to then summon your headbutt bat to go into your big link plays. So Isolde is just absolutely amazing. I kind of want to up it up to 2, maybe take out one of these other 2, maybe take out Proxy Dragon or Babushka or even Gaia Saber to put a second one in, but I'm thinking about it. 2 Mrs. Radiance, you will be going into these, all your Goukis are Earth, so giving them the power buff is great, as well as your Great Ogre. And also the recycling ability when it's destroyed as well as also buffing up Kumungus. Underclock Take is such a good generic link too, helping you get over those problematic big boss monsters. Proxy Dragon is like your throwaway link monster if you have to make it, and Babushka for those odd plays or those odd times where you bricked kind of with like 2 Super X's. You can just go 2 Super X into Babushka and like just stall for a bit. And so that's the deck, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry this is a long video, but there's a lot to explain, and I hope again you enjoyed it, and I hope this gives you ideas for your Gouki decks. If there's any questions you want to post down that you think that I didn't like address more enough, that is English there, just post it down in the comments below. I'll be happy to explain why I did it and why they're in there and that kind of thing, and answer any questions that you have. This deck, Goukis, is something I really enjoy. I put a lot of time effort into it to master it as much as I can to then give it to you guys, and it's just such a good deck, very underrated. And once we get the more support, this will be updated with the Octo stretch and that kind of thing, with more players, more combos, just more Gouki everywhere. So I'll be looking forward to bringing that to you guys. So until next time, guys, keep having fun.